They did it. 15 straight wins for the Edmonton Oilers, just the fifth team in NHL history to accomplish the feat. The third longest streak in NHL history. Before the streak began, the Oilers were 28th in the league. They're now third in the Pacific, just 5 points behind Vegas, and they've got 4 games in hand on them. So home ice, a very real possibility for the Oilers. Who saw this coming? So how are they doing it? Well, McDavid has been McDavid. He had 2 goals in last night's win and now leads the team with 22 points during the 15-game streak. Zach Hyman also scored. He leads the team with 11 goals over the 15-game streak. He now has 29 on the season. He's never had more than 36 in an entire year, but now he's on pace for 54. And what about Calvin Pickard? He had a shutout win, his first shutout in 6 years. He's got 4 of the Oilers' wins on this current streak, and he may have saved the streak single-handedly. Late in the second, with the Oilers only up by a goal, he stoned Mackenzie Entwistle on the penalty shot. The Oilers have now given up 2 goals or less in a franchise record 13 straight games. So the Oilers are now just 2 wins away from tying Mario Lemieux and the Pens' all-time record of 17 straight wins. Next up, the Preds at home on Saturday, and then the Knights in Vegas on the first day back after the break. What an incredible moment in Montreal. Patrick Roy, in the city where he attained legendary status as one of the greatest of all time, where he led the organization to 2 Stanley Cups, he made his return as the head coach of the New York Islanders, and the crowd paid an incredible tribute to him. A terrific moment. 2 brutal hits in the NHL last night. The first one in Montreal. Brendan Gallagher is in huge trouble for a terrible hit on Adam Pelech. It was late. Gallagher clearly targeted the head. The initial contact was to the head. Gallagher elevated before making the hit. He used his elbow, not a hockey play by any stretch of the imagination, and Pelech was hurt, left the game, and did not return. Textbook major suspension. Gallagher got 5 and a match penalty and is now facing a significant suspension. And a bloody scene in Calgary. Jack Roslovic in a very vulnerable position. He's up against the glass. Jonathan Huberdeau nails him right in the numbers. Roslovic goes face first into the glass and was gushing. He left the game. He did not return. Huberdeau got 5 and a game for boarding. Now, you can bet the league is going to take a look at this one as well. So, what do you think of the hits? I'm not going to ask you if you think Gallagher is going to get suspended, because that's clearly a no-brainer. The only thing I want to ask is how many games do you think Gallagher is suspended for? He's only ever been fined, never suspended previously, so that should help his case. How many games, though, do you think he gets? As far as Huberdeau is concerned, it looked like Pelech turned and faced the glass, put himself in a really vulnerable position. But Huberdeau did have time to pull up, didn't do it. It was clearly a hit from behind, and Roslovic was hurt and had to leave the game. So, what should Huberdeau get? What do you think? The comments are open. We'd love to hear your opinions on those hits. And a scary moment in the Devils game. The Canes trying to clear their own zone. The puck was deflected into the Devils bench, and it caught Lindy Ruff right in the head. Ruff did not come back to the bench in the third period of the game. Assistant coach Travis Green said Ruff just wasn't feeling right afterwards. But the good news, the Devils say Ruff was doing much better later after the game.